All right, so no cup of coffee this week. Had some nice comments on that. We appreciate all of you guys watching these Treehouse videos. It's kind of a fun thing that we decided to do not long ago, and we've got a lot of cool things planned for these Treehouse sessions. Working on getting some friends of ours to join in, and not only bandmates but other guys who are playing around town. Maybe do some location type videos with other groups who are playing, and really got some good plans for this. So hopefully stick with us. If you haven't already liked our page, please like the Tim Cook Band page. And any friends that we have on here, we're going to link their pages up as well. So trying to get some recognition for some of our Charlotte, North Carolina musicians, some of these regional folks who work really hard in the area. So if you haven't already liked this page, please like this page. Share it with your friends and get the word out. We're trying to grow this. So just to give, we also had some questions about the Treehouse. Why we call this room the Treehouse. So not much to it. It's a bonus room over a garage. So 8 foot down's a garage. The trees come in. They're about 30 feet behind us. There's just trees. It's a wooded area behind our property. So that's why it's a house near the trees. Our kids have wanted a treehouse. Our boys have wanted a treehouse for years, and we've either lived in places where we didn't have a tree suitable to build a treehouse, or just didn't want to build one. So this one being close enough, we started calling it the Treehouse when we bought the place, and it's just started off as a place our kids could, come up and play and just act up and do what they wanted to and hoot and holler without waking the baby up. So we started calling this the Treehouse, and the name stuck. So that's pretty much all there is to that. Had a couple questions on a couple videos back on this guitar, so I want to talk about that really quickly before we do the song. And I'm a gear nerd. I like guitars. I like gear. I like knowing who's using what and all that. So we love comments like that. What are you playing? What are you recording with? All of those things. This guitar is actually it is a Jim Triggs Dreadnought, custom Dreadnought model, built by a luthier named Jim Triggs. He's out of Kansas, and his story is he was he was the head of the custom shop and artist relations with Gibson Guitars out of Nashville in the 90s, or late 80s and early 90s. So Jim went out on his own around 91, 92, and started building his own guitars. And what he's well known for is archtop, jazz boxes, and mandolins. I think he started off building F5 Lloyd Loar replicas, or of that style, or I guess as close as he could get to it without getting sued. But anyhow, great builder, and I came to know these guitars when I was a kid. He built a run of guitars with Tacoma for Alan Jackson, and I remember seeing these as a kid. Alan started playing with Gibson Doves, and somewhere in the early 90s he started playing Jim Triggs models, and I remembered seeing the lightning bolt abalone pearl inlay on the headstock, and I just thought, they're a pretty plain guitar, but I just thought they were the coolest looking guitars. I liked them. The guitar that he's best known for is probably the black relict guitar that Alan played on the CMAs for Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning. Had the American flag decal or applique, whatever you call it, down in the lower bout. So Jim was building guitars for years, and I'd wanted one forever, and they're very hard to find, hard to come by, and typically when you find them, they're a little pricey. So I'd gone as far as contacting Jim about having one built, and meanwhile looking for one to buy, and kind of stumbled on this one. This one was in Florida, and it's a 2006, so it's several years old. It's almost 13 years old now, and had rarely been played. When I got it, it had no fret wear whatsoever, no wear on the body. And I won't go too deep into it. We could do gear videos later time, but long story short, bought the guitar, and I like it. It's got a good Dreadnought sound, typical spruce top, mahogany back and sides, a little boomier than some mahogany guitars and a little darker. It's kind of got a decent rosewood sound, but anyway, we'll get to the song. that's the gear. Anybody else has questions about gear, feel free to comment or anything like that. We can address gear questions on separate videos. So the song that I've got picked out today to do is a little different than the last few that we did. It was a song that was popular when I was in high school, and Green Day song that we do a lot on our gigs and get good response out of them. And it's a fun song to do, fun song to sing. It's Good Riddance, Time of Your Life by Green Day. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this dance and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of